Hi again then guys, and welcome to another Forza Horizon 3 speed build, this time for a slightly less obvious choice of vehicle, a hot hatch, the Audi RS3. Now this tune is what I call a YouTube exclusive. It's not on my storefront, so if you want to copy this tune you'll have to do just that. So, of course, you can change stuff around, you can change rims, colours, body kits, all that kind of stuff. As you can see, I have modified the visuals, but that's totally down to you. It doesn't matter that much. It will make a fractional change, but do whatever you want as far as the visuals go. Although, of course, I would not recommend the racing wing, front or rear, purely because you don't need it for a straight line build, not on this particular car at least. Now for the engine swap, I'd recommend that 6.2 litre V8. As far as drivetrain, pretty obviously, I'd recommend keeping the all-wheel drive. You could change it if you want to, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'd also recommend the twin turbo. For the visuals, we already covered that. And then for the rest, you guys know the drill. Lower the weight as much as you can, increase the power as much as you can, and generally speaking, fit everything to the car that has racing or race in the title. So suspension, weight loss, gearbox, diff, tyres, everything. All in all, to fully tune it at most cars, you're looking at about 120 grand, basically. So once you've done all that, then of course come to your tuning. Now for the benchmark, this is actually one of the quickest hot hatches in the game, so it's a pretty good car to have under your belt. 2.3 to 60, 4.2 to 100, that's pretty much supercar territory, and the top end speed is not bad at all at 247. That's quicker than, for instance, a Ford Focus RS, the 2009 spec. I love that hatch, so to be even quicker than that, that's pretty impressive. Now, for the gearbox, I would recommend a 3.9 final drive, then 3.6, 2.05, 1.4, 1.05, 0.83, 0.68, and 0.56. Then for alignment, we've got neutral camber and tow. You don't really need it on this car, but you could stance it if you want to. 4 degrees of caster. Then for anti-roll, we've got those rounded off to 39 and 33. Springs on 178 and 147 with the lowest ride height. You don't have to give it the lowest ride height, that's just a personal thing. For dampers, we've got those on 16, 12, 7 and 5. Aero, of course, doesn't apply. And for the diff, we've got 100% on acceleration, 0 on decel. But, as I always say, feel free to try out other things. You can, by all means, change those up. And some people already know settings that work better for them. And for this particular car, I'm running a 70% rear bias. You could go a little bit more towards the back if you want it to be a bit more tail happy, and a little bit looser on the front end. But for me personally, I like a lot of my cars to have around a 70 or 75% split. Once you get up around more 80, 85, you start to lose the all-wheel drive advantage off the line. 70 to 75 is kind of the peak area for most vehicles. Now that's it for the tune. As I said, this one isn't on my storefront, but now let's take it, of course, out on the road to see if it can hit that speed. Now, as I said, this particular Audi is one of the quickest hatches in the game. It's one of the strongest hatches in the game all round, especially for the price. 42 grand is very good for this car. If you don't own the RS3, I would definitely recommend checking it out if you need a hot hatch. And of course, if you use this tune or some variation of it, I hope you have a lot of fun with it. But that's it overall for this particular build. Of course, there are hundreds more like this on the channel for you to check out. And for now, as always, thanks for watching.